And we are live. What is going on, everybody? You already know what it is. I'm tripping over shit. It is highly unlikely. It is our Friday episode. How are you doing? What's going on, bro?
What up?
Chilling, man. You know what I'm really pissed off about?
What's up?
Do you know that 50% of your capital gains made on an investment are taxed by the government?
Yeah, dude. That's what
I am beyond pissed right now, bro.
About all this shit.
So chapped.
Everyone thought they were fucking day traders all of a sudden.
That's been me for the last 2 weeks.
You don't read the fine print, and it's like
50%.
Huge taxes, yeah.
Dude, that's so mind-bogglingly ballistic. Like, that is unbelievable. That's unacceptable. I'm gonna riot.
It's one thing I found out too. I was like,
I'm gonna riot.
Deep dive in this whole thing, and it was one of the things I found out too. Yeah.
Fuck storming. I'm storming the Capitol next week, but it's about this 50% tax. That is robbery. Like, how? What?
So, okay, let's back it up. A couple of weeks ago, for those that don't know, Drew brought up the whole Wallstreet bets and the Gamestop.
I called it something bets. It's called Wallstreet bets, so I got that wrong.
Oh, I don't even remember what you called it.
I forget it too, but either way.
Okay, so yeah, we were talking about Wallstreet bets, and then I was going to do a follow-up last week. We just decided, we just bailed. So I just wanted to do a follow-up of the week after what went down when we last left talking about it.
Oh, dude, I don't think you know. If you look at my computer right here, I have about 6 new bookmark bars. One is Questrade, one is Yahoo Finance, one is Webull. Bro, I was on the stock market this morning.
Are you Webull?
I made 25% this morning. 25% on a stock that I picked, bro.
Yeah,
I swear to God. It's called
stock?
TRX. It's called Tanzanian Mines Corporation. It's actually based in Vancouver. But they did a stock issuance 2 days ago. And so they said, okay, we're going to sell a bunch of shares. We're going to sell it at 65 cents. Before then, it was trading at 80 cents. So I knew it had support. They sold the shares. The stock goes down to 65 cents because that's obviously how much it's worth now. And I'm like, that bitch has come back up. So I put like $1,000 into it at 65 cents. And I rode that bitch all the way back up to 85. Let's fucking go, bro.
Good luck with that.
I'm basically Warren Buffett, but now half of that profit is fucking gone. So there goes 100 of my $200.
Just about to start a hedge fund on now, aren't you?
Dude, I was thinking about it, not even gonna lie. I'm like, I'm 1 for 1 in the stock market. I'm going out on top. You know what I mean?
That's cool though. Like, I gotta say, like, one thing about, and we'll get into it, that Robinhood. It's like, yo, it made everyone fucking. It's like you always hear about the stock market, and it's not tangible to a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
To most people. Mm-hmm. Robinhood made it tangible like that.
Dude.
And Webull, like, there's other people, but, like, obviously Robinhood being in the forefront now. So it is pretty fucking crazy, man. You know? So
I don't even want to say what we're doing, but because I don't want to get it shut down, but there's like a... So do you know what Discord is?
Yeah.
So there's a Discord group. There's like 5 or 6 really big ones.
Elon's on that shit.
Yeah, there's 5 or 6 really big ones online. So basically what it is imagine you have like a group chat that's always open. And there's like hundreds of thousands of people in this group chat. You can all hop on, talk, text. It's just a running feed, right? You hop in and out whenever the fuck you want. So this Discord group, and you can make your own servers, do whatever, they're called servers, is run by a group of professional traders. And so what they do is they normally give out stock tips to people. So like once a week, they'll be like, okay, this is the stock we're targeting, yada, yada. Or you pay like, I think it's $30 a month. And they basically walk you through what they're doing day by day. So they're like, hey, I'm getting into this stock. This is my entry price. These are my 3 different target price. My stop loss is 5% down here. This is a stock I'm targeting. And you can literally just follow along what these guys are doing without even thinking. You're just like, hey, I'm going to follow what these guys are doing. Shout out my buddy Ashton. He went 500% on one stock the other day. It went from like $4 to $16 in one day. And It's because these guys have a group of 100,000 people who have paid $30, which means they're ready to spend money and are actually going to buy the stocks when they shout them out. So if you have 100,000 people and they're all buying 100,000, 10,000 shares, if you do that on a penny stock that already is on an uptrend, it shoots these things to the fucking moon. And dude, these guys, they printed out like a list of all their stocks in the last month.
Wall Street bet lingo.
Dude, they're 22 and 2 on their record for the last month. And like of those stocks, some of them went like 10% up, I think was the minimum criteria, and others hit like 400 or 500%. They're nuts.
Nice.
So me and my buddies have been just following along with these guys and like actually making money.
That's cool. No,
But-
it's super interesting. Like,
I thought I was
into it.
making
I've
money,
been
bro.
like kind of just following along just because now, right? Just to see what people are up to, like you say.
I'm changing my degree, bro. We're gonna get like a WeWork space, and we're all gonna chill and quit our jobs. It's gonna be sick.
Dope. So when we talked about it, the two major investors that were short selling GameStop was one of them was Citron Research,
Correct.
right? So they were betting obviously that it was gonna fail. Everyone revolted. So Andrew Left, who runs Citron, he came out the next day, or what day was it? Sorry, the 27th, and had this video. It's a little bit long, but have a listen here.
Hi, this is Andrew Left at Citron Research. Around 6 days ago, I did a video explaining 5 reasons why I thought GameStop would go from 40 all the way back to 20. And I had no idea what that would set off. So the reason I'm doing this video is because I cannot answer one more phone call. How are you? Are you okay? Are you in business?
The man's
What
clearly
about
not okay.
GameStop? Should I short it here? People I have not spoken to in 20, 30 years. This has captured the attention of the America and every trader and non-trader alike. And also I figure by doing another video, I'll give you wonderful meme creators something to go ahead and meme about me. So first, let's answer this question. I'm just fine. Citron Capital is
What does
just
he look
fine.
like?
Covered the majority of the short in the 90s, at a loss 100%, have a small imaginable position, and I'll let it go. For those who don't have a short, for those with a short memory, you might remember Tilray a few years ago. I learned from Tilray. It was a killer. I saw where it went all the way in the mid 200s, and it settled all the way back down. I think now it's 17 or 19, but it went all the way to $6. I expect the same thing from GameStop, but I have respect for the market. Second, this is very important. I also have respect for the people on the Wall Street bets and on the Reddit message boards. Before there was Reddit, before there was memes, before there was Instagram, and yes, before there was even Facebook, there was Citron Research. We were the voice of the individual investor against the institution. I talked the lawsuits. I went to court. I talked the questions to lay the foundation. So obviously I support any opposing opinions. But what I never did was I never got personal, I never got nasty, and I never threatened a corporate executive, their family, or any shareholders. It was
I
always
hate how they refer to
business.
themselves as corporate
Now, I have to
executives.
say,
Like,
since I've
shut the
actually
fuck
mentioned
up.
that
You
there's
work
been
at a
fair amount
company.
of GameStop shareholders who've come out and supported me and said, hey, we don't agree with any of the behaviors done by those others. But it just had to get put out there.
No, fuck this guy. He deserves to burn.
Oh, he ain't burning. He's just fine.
No, but fuck them. This guy deserves to eat a dick.
So that got brought out on the 27th there. The other hedge fund that bet against it was Melvin Capital, run by Stephen Cohen's buddy, Gabe Plotkin, I believe his name was. So GameStop long been a target of investors betting that its stock would fall. The retailer lost $1.6 billion over the last 12 quarters.
As it rightly should. It's a failing business model and it's going out of business.
Stock fell for 6 straight years before rebounding in 2020, right? So, like I said, it's one of the most shortest stocks on Wall Street.
So this is the fucked up part.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Is this stock, so you have to borrow a stock to short a stock is how it works.
Right.
So what I do is say I think GameStop, say it's at $12, I think it's going to drop down to 10, right? But what I have to do is I have to borrow a stock from you. I don't own the stock. So I'm going to say, hey, Raj, I'm going to borrow this stock from you, right? To then sell in the market to somebody else, right?
Correct.
So I sell it to them for $12. It goes down to 10. I buy back a random share from the market at $10 to give back to you. Then I keep the $2.
Right.
Right?
Yep.
So you have to, basically, in order to short sell a share, you have to borrow one of the same shares from somewhere else.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah.
And normally you can borrow it from different institutions, hedge funds, whatever it is.
Right. Okay.
GameStop was shorted 400%, which means that if there's 100 GameStop shares,
Yeah.
it was shorted 400 times, which is impossible because you have to borrow a stock. So these hedge funds were letting people borrow stocks, quote unquote, that didn't exist to artificially drive down a price of a stock, i.e. GameStop. Completely illegal.
These guys know what they're doing.
It's so fucked up, dude, how like illegal and wrong that is, but it doesn't matter because this is what happens.
It's funny how okay, these guys always with their backroom deals, and
You're
they
gonna threaten a
manipulate the
corporate
system.
executive.
They manipulate the system and fuck us the whole time. But when the little guys do the exact same thing to them, they cry foul, and all of a sudden
100%.
it's fucking egregious.
Yep.
This can't be done. And it's just like, you've been doing it your whole fucking lives the exact same way.
Yep.
Another stock that got brought into this was AMC Holdings.
Correct.
That's a theater chain for people that don't know. Obviously, the pandemic wiped them out. Quarterly loss this month exceeding $900 million. So their shares spiked 260% when trading began on the last week of January.
Yeah.
Now, coming up to the 28th, GameStop was up more than 1,700% since the start of January. And this is when you started seeing TD Ameritrade, Robinhood start restricting trades. And this is where it starts getting a little fucked up, right?
Just straight up market manipulation. Manipulation.
So they restrict trades on GameStop, AMC, the SEC, White House get involved. Now, the GameStop stock surge began for a few reasons.
GameStop stock surge.
It's fucking hard to say, bro.
I'm impressed that you got through with that.
The company announced on January 11th it hired 3 new directors to its board. One of them being Chewy co-founder Ryan Cohen. He brought digital experience. As soon as he got brought on board, stock went up. Now, with all this price going up, so it went from a year ago being $4 to on the 28th being over $200, and it went up to $438. I think was maybe its peak. So
And it would have kept going if they didn't halt it.
And like we said, we follow Wall Street Bets. People were posting like their gains and losses, and like the numbers were fucking crazy. Bro.
I found the original guy too because I couldn't remember his name. His username is Deep Fucking Value.
Yeah, I got to write up on him. Crazy.
Okay.
Crazy.
Yeah, I'll let you go into it then because he made.
But yeah, once you do go down the rabbit hole, you have to come across this guy.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Dude, he ended up on the news.
Guy.
You ended up on the news, which
he's
is
the
hilarious.
guy that started all this, pretty much.
Yeah.
I gotta say, the headband and the cat shirts aren't doing it for me. But
if you wanted like a face of Reddit to give a shine like a good light on Reddit users, this was not the guy, bro.
Super funny. Like, I had to do a double take. I'm like, this dude, really? You know what I'm saying? And like, no dissing, but like, I'm just like, yeah, the cat shirts are a bit much. But buddy's super popular, a lot of followers. He's just like
for sure,
very knowledgeable guy too.
Yeah, he's smart.
You know what I mean? So
it's crazy that he didn't sell.
Well, you know, he had to have sold some.
He for sure sold a little bit.
For sure he did.
But dude, he because the thing is, while it was all happening, he would post daily updates. And show this is my position, this is my position.
Right.
And just you'd get like hundreds of thousands of comments of he's still in, I'm still in. Fucking GME to the moon, right? So like this guy would act as like the rock that was holding Wall Street bets together.
At this time, writing the article, he had about 35 million. So
this time,
when I wrote the article 2 weeks ago, it was 35 million.
Yeah, when I think it fully peaked, he had over 137 mil.
Nice.
And that was from 55 grand about 6 months ago.
Yeah,
a year ago.
He was way early into this.
This wasn't like this started moving and he jumped on it.
No, he bought it like I think at $5 or something. He bought it super low.
He bought it like a year. He bought it I think it was a year ago. It was either a year or like 8 months, and he did like a full write up on Wall Street Bets. This was before it popped off because it was a good size, but not crazy, obviously, like it is now. He did a write up saying, "Hey, I think this stock's overshorted. I think they're actually turning around their cash flow situation. They're paying off their debts. Like, yes, this company isn't going to be successful, but I think I can turn this 55 into maybe 100, or I can turn it into whatever." And the thing I just learned about this whole capital gains thing is if you invest your stock in a TFSA, tax-free savings account, for those who don't know, and you don't day trade. So you hold your position, you hold a stock, you invest in it, and you stay with it for the long haul.
For sure.
For a year, 2 years, or whatever. You don't get taxed on capital gains because you're not day trading. You're not allowed to day trade with the TFSA. That's where you get tax capital gains. So this guy was like, I'm going to double up my money, maybe even triple up my money. I'm going to put this in for the long haul. This wasn't like a short bet where he was trying to pump and dump.
Right. Yeah. No, he was definitely in it for the long haul. Still is.
But it turned into this absolute gong show.
Oh, yeah, it was actually pretty cool to see. Like, they like shook the foundation to its core.
Oh, dude, they got some dudes scared for sure.
For sure, it was. It's like old school versus new school, man. Mm-hmm. Amateur versus professional, maybe if you want to call it. And
Joes versus pros, baby.
They don't like that shit.
No,
they're
dude.
like,
especially when you're getting
real
slapped
talk,
in the mouth.
Wallstreet's bets was becoming like a hedge fund almost, man.
It was.
It's fucking crazy.
It straight up was.
You know what I mean?
When you have a dude in a cat shirt living in a basement saying how he made 137 mil on your ass, on your dollar.
All these investors obviously saw their wealth just skyrocket on paper. Mm-hmm. You know, some guys buying in at $9.
We have a buddy who made over 100K.
Yeah, that's right.
He made over 100 grand on this shit. He bought in, I think, at $6. No, not 6. 17, I think it was.
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, no, the three owners, like one guy's value up $900 million. Mm-hmm. So yeah, we're talking huge numbers on paper. None of them, I believe, didn't sell. One guy, also, you had Elon Musk coming in, tweeting out Gamestop.
Yeah.
He starts getting involved. Mm-hmm. We talked about Stephen Cohen owning the Mets earlier. Mets fans were like at him, and they're like, explain to me like I'm 5 years old what's going on with GameStop and how is it going to affect the Mets, right? That's all they care about, the baseball team, right? So,
aren't the Mets trash?
Yeah, but this owner's like breathing new life. They got a bunch of good dudes. Like,
oh really?
They really got the Mets rocking now for sure.
Cool.
Oh yeah, definite new blood in them, and like the fans are all jacked. So yeah, it's gonna be good. Guy's worth $14 billion, right?
Light work.
And he even went on Twitter and he's just like, you know, hey, stock jockeys, keep bringing it, you know, because people are like going at him.
Jumped on Wallstreet bets and was like, yo, this is dope. Keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, I got his tweet here. He's like, I gotta say, I love what's going on with Wall Street bets. All of those years of high frequency traders, front running retail traders. Now speed and density of information and retail trading, is giving the little guy an edge. Even my 11-year-old traded with them and made money. That was on dope. 27th.
I also want to, I don't know if you're going to talk about this, but those people who decided to throw their life savings on GameStop at $300.
Yeah, dude.
I don't feel bad for you.
Yeah.
Like, so when this happened, when I first caught on to it, it was at I think $8 or $9, and that's when it really started. It was $19. I know because it was after our buddy who had invested, but it was at a $9. And I was like, okay, I need to get on this. But it took me like it took a few days to get my account set up, and then another 2 days to get my money put in. And by the time I was able to buy, it was already at like 100. And at that point, I knew I'd missed the boat. Yeah, I would have doubled up my money, but I would have doubled $1,000 if I got in and got out, right? So you can't look at something and think, I'm gonna put 55 grand. Deep fucking value. You spent months looking at this when it was a $2 stock. It saw potential. You can't just hop on something you've never done before and expect to make money and then bitch, moan, and complain. Because there's a lot of people who like lost their life savings and are complaining like they've been victimized. I support this whole thing. Like, I ranted for like 20 minutes about it the other week. I completely do. But you cannot go into something like this without an exit strategy, without some plan.
You have to go into it.
Like, dude, how can you look at that?
You got to go into it saying goodbye to the money. Like, you can't expect it back. That's how you go into it.
Yeah.
Say, okay, see you later. If you're not willing to do that with the money, then don't do it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
There's a lot of people who lost a lot of their parents' money.
So, someone else who was really vocal when this all started popping off was Portnoy.
Yep. He lost a light milli.
Yeah, he did. So this is what he had to say.
Okay, emergency press conference time. There's a million things. This is like my 8th emergency press conference, 10 minutes. Wall Street Bets, the Reddit thread, the Reddit page that largely responsible for the madness right now in the stock market with GameStop, AMC, NOC, NOK, shut down. Shut down. I don't know how it happened, but shut the suits. The people in the ivory tower, it's got to Reddit. Reddit shuts them down. Are they doing anything illegal? No. Are they doing anything illegal? No. Are they playing within the rules? Yes. Is it just the fat cats and hedge funds don't like people, the everyday retail bro, fucking with their money, even though they'll fuck with your money? Yes. That's exactly what it is. But here's the thing. And let's be clear. I let it ride. I have like over $1 million in AMC and NOC. Getting
move, bro.
A little bit right now since they took out Wall Street Bets. I'm not saying it because I own it. I would buy more right now. I may buy more, even though I already got a shit ton. That's like how much I want to risk. But I know internet psychology. You can't stop the internet. You can't beat the internet. It's like fucking Michael Scott. You shut down Michael Scott paper company. He's got a million different fucking names. I don't know what's going to happen with Wall Street Bets. It should come back. You should be able to censor what is just people saying, buy this stock, buy that stock. You shouldn't be able to do that. It's criminal. It's gross that they got rid of it. It just shows you who you, I, and everyone else is fighting against. The suits and the fat cats.
Dave Portnoy is like one of my favorite human beings on planet Earth.
And he's exactly right. That's who you are fighting against. Yeah, and he was like, he made himself pretty known throughout this whole thing.
Dude,
pretty vocal about it, right?
He was like adding the Robinhood CEO, I forget his name, and Lily was like, "I'm coming after you. Like, I'm not stopping until
Gabe
you
Tenev?
pour."
Was that his name?
Some shit. Like, dude, like threatening a billion, like a CEO of a hedge fund. Hilarious.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, what we found out later was Citron is behind Robinhood.
Yeah, so Citron handles like 60% of Robinhood's trades, in the sense that when a stock is shorted or when Robinhood sells a stock, they do it through Citron. Also, the owners of Citron also own the majority of Robinhood, I believe is what it is. I think they own a 60% share of that same ownership group. So basically, like Robinhood, which is fucked up because the whole premise of Robinhood is steal from the rich, give to the poor.
Yeah.
It's the whole idea, like, we're going to save the retail bro. Meanwhile, they are an extension of a hedge fund. Like, it's so wild.
Honestly, I'm not surprised. Like, I really am not surprised. Another guy that came up here, Leon Cooperman. I don't know if you do you know who that is? Fucking idiot billionaire hedge fund guy.
It's hard to call a billionaire an idiot.
He's obviously old school, so he's not down with the Reddit shit, right? You know what I mean? Let's see what he had to say.
The reason the market is doing what it's doing is people are sitting at home getting the checks from the government, okay? And this fair share is a bullshit concept. It's just a way of attacking wealthy people, and, I think it's inappropriate. We all got to work together and pull together.
Yeah, it's inappropriate when his money is being lost, not when the average Joe's money is getting fucked.
Dude, one of the best memes that I'd seen, and you're 100% right, is it's a format where it's a Terminator robot, like from the movies, right? And he's got like a full like AR assault rifle, and he's like all mean and shit. It's like a cartoon, and he's like walking through this fucking office, and it's just this like kid huddled up underneath the desk, like terrified, right?
Yeah.
And it's like this, and it's like the Citron hedge fund owners and retail bros with their $600 stimmy check, right?
Nice.
Just walking around.
Nice. That's hilarious. Okay, this guy too. He wants to be all fucking high and mighty. Been charged with insider trading in 2016.
Oh yeah, dude.
So like, get the fuck out of here,
dude. All of Wall Street is insider trading.
For sure it is.
Every single part of Wall Street is insider trading.
And this was the beauty of it. This was done out in the open, transparency on Reddit. Like, yo, there's no hiding nothing.
Dude, and the best part about it is when someone on Wall Street is accused of insider trading, the response that has been proven in court to hold up is, no, we like the stock. That's all it is. No, why'd you buy it? We like the stock. And so on Reddit, when like this whole shit was going on, Deep fucking Value would post his updates, just thousands of comments. We like the stock. We like the stock.
Now, also, we knew this was coming. Robinhood customer filed class action lawsuit.
Oh, yeah, dude.
So it's filed in New York. He's saying that Robinhood's actions were done purposefully and knowingly to manipulate the market for the benefit of the people and financial institutions who were not Robinhood's customers. You had protesters in New York screaming at Wall Street guys.
Can you imagine you're the dude that works in the mailroom and there's some protester screaming in your face?
Portnoy is comes back on, he goes at Steve Cohen. They go at it back and forth. Portnoy tweets out prison time talking about Cohen and Ken Griffin.
Yeah.
Stephen Cohen's like, hey, Dave, what's your beef? I'm just trying to make a living just like you. Happy to take this offline. Portnoy's like, I don't do offline. That's where the shady shit happens. He's like, I think you had the strong hand in today's criminal events to save hedge funds at the cost of ordinary people. Do you unequivocally deny that? And that's Portnoy talking. He's like, you bailed out Melvin because he's your boy. But whatever, there's nothing wrong with him bailing out Melvin. He's lending a friend $3 billion. Big deal.
Slight work, bro.
Yeah, like, there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? But he's like, and then Portnoy continued, in your professional opinion, why was trading and how halted on all those stocks that he had mentioned. And Cohen's like, good question, man. He's like, those should be directed at Robinhood, though. I'm a trader just like you are, which is true. Like, he's one of the biggest fat cats on Wall Street. But it should be Robinhood where the anger is directed at, right?
Yeah.
I think. And like we said, Robinhood gets paid off of Citadel. Elon was on Discord talking shit.
Yeah.
This
whole thing will go.
No, go ahead.
No. You can finish this first.
So he accused Discord of going corpo after it banned the Reddit group that got all this started.
Okay.
They banned Wall Street Bets. Sorry.
Do you know why they banned it though?
Well, they were saying hateful and discriminatory content, but the way these guys talk is like, it's not hateful. It's like just their lingo.
Yeah.
Like if you read the board enough, like they call each other retards.
Yep. They call each other smooth brain retards.
Yeah. So it's just like, are the words cool to some people? No, but they're not hateful on the board.
The thing that got taken down wasn't even the retard speech. It's on Discord. There's like commands where you can like make like a bot, and a bot will go in and it'll like post automatic updates. So like that Discord group that we have, I have a group with my friends. And whenever one of the day traders posts an update on their Discord, a bot will automatically copy and paste it into our Discord group.
Okay, like a Google alert.
Kind of, exactly, right? And so there's bots that like do things, or like when it sees a word in chat, it'll automatically pop up a related meme or something like that. There's a bot that was like a word generator, and it's based on the chat that's happening. It's like an AI learning.
Okay.
And it started dropping N-bombs. And it got taken down because an automated bot dropped an N-bomb.
Got you.
Not even but like because of the hate speech, which is like, come on, Discord, what are we doing?
And then, did you see Google took away 100,000 negative reviews on Robinhood?
Yeah, I saw that. I don't know what that was.
So why do you
That's
have your hand in
wild.
the pot here too? This is what I don't understand. So this shit goes deep, man. Like, there's so much shit we don't know, so much shady shit. Like, I don't know why. I can't remember why Google said they did it. But they were basically saying if the reviews are done maliciously, then we can take them away. But they're basically saying just because these guys were bitter, they gave it a 1-star review. No, they gave it a 1-star review because what they did was fucking illegal.
100%.
You know what I mean?
They have a reason
But-
to give it a 1-star review.
Exactly, but again, it's
It's foul.
yeah, it is. So after all this, losses on all short positions topped $70 billion.
Mm-hmm.
So like, talk about taking a huge chunk. You know what I'm saying? Like, no bullshit.
Low key though, like, oh, you don't even watch movies. I can't even make the reference. For those who don't know, it's like Leonidas at the end of 300, where he like throws a spear, doesn't kill the Persian king, but it just like smokes him in the side of the mouth, and he like the Persian king bleeds, and that's it. Like, this is what Wall Street bets did to Wall Street, or at least that's what it feels like. Realistically, 70 billion, they don't give a shit.
No, light work.
Mm-hmm.
It was, and Portnoy also said this. He's like, when AOC, Donald Trump, and Ben Shapiro agree on something, you know this shit's fucked up.
You ain't wrong, dude.
You know what I mean? Like, those guys ain't ever gonna agree on
Especially
nothing.
AOC and Donald Trump's son.
Yeah,
that's wild.
You know that shit's fucked.
Mm-hmm.
So, getting back to deep fucking value, who we were talking about earlier, his name is Keith Gill. He's the financial hero that we said that sparked all this GameStop bullshit. Known as deep fucking value. He's worked in marketing for Massachusetts Mutual Life Insurance before doing this. And then at close on beginning of January here, end of January, it said 33 million that he had. And sorry, I'm just
it's all good.
So yeah, he started investing June 2019 when it was trading
It's even longer than
around
that.
$5 a share.
It's wild.
So, and like you said, he considered it undervalued. Now, this is why I don't understand. It's never going to make money because it's a blockbuster for video games. So where is the value that he sees? This is what I don't get. Where's the value?
So the thing he argued was that yes, the business model is broken, but as a company, they don't have debts. They're not operating at a loss because they've cut all their expenses. So as a company, based on their assets and their cash flow, which is nothing, nowhere near where it used to be, but it's not like they're just running up losses over losses over losses over losses at $4 a share at that point. Obviously now with the pandemic and stuff, totally different story because this was pre-COVID. But up until that point, they had managed their decline properly in a way where they weren't fucked. So at a very core fundamental level, the company was okay, but it was being shorted as if they're billions of dollars in debt, all this sort of stuff. And he's like, that's not realistic. Eventually it'll bounce back because of that. It won't be anything crazy, but it'll be the point to where my 55K, maybe it doubles up to $8. And so I go from 55 to 110K.
See, I don't see it. I see it failing big time.
Yep.
So,
but that's
like,
mean. Like when you're looking at it like this, right? Like, so as a business, if you know that all of your revenue is declining and you cut all your expenses, you're never in the red. You're just, instead of being in the black, making 100 billion a year,
right,
you're in the black making $4 a year. You're still in the black
still in
though.
black. Yeah,
so the
I
company,
got
you know what I mean?
Yeah. A lot of things actually I thought was really cool that I saw that people were posting was with a lot of these guys' gains, they're buying shit for sick kids at hospitals.
Yeah, I
thought that shit was super dope. Funny that never gets reported though.
Nope, of course not.
They want to just do the foul shit.
Look at these guys on Reddit.
The billboards in all the cities were fucking crazy, dude.
Mm-hmm.
One guy had a banner flying over San Francisco that said, "Suck my nuts, Robinhood." And he flew it over the headquarters of Robinhood. He's like, I don't even live there. And he posted the flight path if anyone wanted to follow it.
That's hilarious.
So that was pretty dope. Yeah, all the billboards like across the states. That was cool to see. New York, like every major city, Dallas.
It was like a week long like movement. It was just absolute madness for that week. It was so much fun just to watch the shit.
It was a wild ride, literally.
It was
bro.
straight up,
and just to see it play out was 100%. Just like fuck, right? You know,
it was crazy.
So after all the turmoil, Robinhood agrees to limited buys afterwards. After totally restricting it, right? They had to draw on credit lines, I guess, to meet lending requirements. Mm-hmm. So they raised like a quick $1 billion then.
Mm-hmm.
They narrowed trading restrictions to 8 companies: GameStop, AMC, BlackBerry, Genius Brands, Naked brand, whatever. All those brands are all the stocks that were affected, right?
Yep.
So, buddy's name, Vlad Tenov. That's what it was.
Okay.
So him and Musk spoke on Clubhouse. You on Clubhouse?
No.
The Clubhouse has got the same as Discord?
I think it's a similar idea.
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard of the Clubhouse, but I don't really know. I don't know that shit, obviously. So, yeah, they said it wasn't like the hedge funds. It was because they had to restrict the trading because they had to raise so much more capital. Mm-hmm. Robinhood said this, right? But
Clubhouse, sorry to interrupt,
yeah,
is an invitation-only audio chat social networking app. So Discord is mostly voice, so it's pretty much the same thing.
But it's only invitation only.
Yeah.
For now, I guess, or whatever.
But Discord's the same way. You have to get invited to a server.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know.
Got you. Okay.
Anyway.
Where was it here?
Sorry to interrupt.
No. It's all good. Yeah. Okay. So you spoke earlier about Citadel.
Yeah.
41% of their trading values goes through. Oh, here's the thing. Okay. These guys are like a much bigger player in the industry than I originally thought.
How so?
So, sorry, I'm just getting my fucking shit here.
You want to figure your shit out there, bro?
Yeah, I do. Sorry.
Jesus Christ. On a side note, Papa Elon invested $1.5 billion into Bitcoin this week.
I seen that.
Which is so huge for Bitcoin.
So did it drive up the price?
It did, but what this does is it provides a base backing. So there's something like in stocks called the moving average. And what happens? So what it is it basically averages out the average price of a stock, or sorry, the average movement of a stock. So a lot of times what will happen is if a stock is uptrending, because when a stock uptrends, it doesn't go straight up. It always goes in waves. Like it'll come up, come down, come up, come down, come down, right? And what this does is it usually bounces off a certain moving average. That's an exponential number based off how it comes up and down, right?
Okay.
And so basically that kind of acts as its floor. So a lot of the times a stock will bounce between a ceiling and a floor. Like it'll never go above or below that price, above or below that price. Then some good news will happen. It'll pop through its ceiling, and now it's at a new floor and ceiling, and it'll stay at that price, right?
Okay.
Bitcoin's the same way, where up until this point, it's been huge spikes, huge decreases, huge spikes, huge decreases. But because a company like Tesla invested $1.5 billion, Apple is now considering doing the same thing. Harvard came out, I think, last month and said that they've been buying Bitcoin over the last 2 years as a store of wealth. You basically are creating a floor to the point where Bitcoin will never crash below what it's pretty much at now anymore. So like before, in the stock market crash happened in March, Bitcoin dropped from like 16K down to 3K, right?
Okay.
And then since then, it shot all the way back up to like 40.
It was over 40, I know.
It's over 40K. Elon bought, and went up to 60. But basically,
60, okay.
You are now you now allow Bitcoin to punch through its ceiling, and it'll stay high.
I've seen that he bought. I hear Dogecoin. You hear about that?
But what this does is this gives legitimacy to Bitcoin. It now becomes, look at Tesla, who's one of the leading companies in the world, feels okay investing $1.5 billion. Everybody else is going to start following suit.
Oh, I'm a big fan of it. You can't trace that shit, so I'm already fucking for it.
You can trace it.
Bitcoin?
Yeah, it's all. So this is the thing,
I thought it was untraceable.
So what it is it's the opposite. So when everything's traceable, nothing's traceable. So it operates on blockchain, which is a ledger where every single transaction on that ledger is recorded, and anyone has access to that ledger. There's no like private entries.
Oh, how does anyone have access to it? That's fucked up.
Every single computer shares the processing power. So the exact opposite, you can't hide anything.
Oh, I totally thought you could.
But you can act anonymously. So you can hide your own name and you can trade as fucking Joey, right? And every single transaction that Joey makes, you can track exactly where it is. But if you don't know who Joey is, then
so that's
you
the
have no
anonymous
idea.
part there.
Exactly, that's the anonymous part.
Gotcha.
But the cool thing is, there's no shady shit with government or with corporations, because every single dollar, everyone can see. Everyone knows where exactly everything's
going. There's only
going.
like 21 million.
Yeah, there's a finite amount.
Mined, right? That's
exactly.
Where did I read? The last one getting mined is going to be like 20... Fuck, I can't remember. I just read a story on it, but
because how it works.
Super cool. Japanese guy started it, I think, right?
Yeah, and
Was it?
I actually have no idea. I don't know why I said yep. But how it works is
Whatever,
every
you
single
agree
time
with me.
the volume of that's what I do, bro. Off rip, of course, bro. Every time, like, say there was 100 bitcoins to be mined, when it got to 50, the remaining 50 doubled in how hard it was to mine because it takes a lot of computer processing power to mine a bitcoin.
Yeah, what is it? It goes in half
every single time.
It's half.
Every single time that the amount of Bitcoin is half from where it used to be, the amount of processing power it takes to mine a Bitcoin doubles. So it basically creates a finite supply. So the reason diamonds are expensive, so go for it. You have a point?
Yeah, no. Go ahead, finish your point.
The reason
I
diamonds,
read something. I'm just trying to think.
The reason diamonds hold their value is because you have to dig into the earth and find these fucking things. If they were everywhere, diamonds would have no value. But because they're hard to find and they're hard to get your hands on, that's why they have value. And Bitcoin is the same way. Because it's hard to get your hands on, it takes a lot of processing power. That's what gives it value.
I seen that the power to, I don't know if it to mine all the Bitcoin was more than the country of Argentina.
Yeah.
Like, that's fucking wild.
Yeah,
man.
dude. The guys who came up with it are super fucking smart, man.
I heard, like, I think it was Russia where it caused, like, major blackouts. I heard it was because they were mining for Bitcoin.
Yeah.
That was part of the reason.
Yeah,
it
it's
just
just
sucked
legit
all the
shit.
power. So, like, when we were talking about this whole shit being, like, almost like a wild ride, like a movie playing out in front of our eyes with this whole Wall Street bets, Brett Ratner, the movie producer,
Yeah.
actually bought the rights to... so the guy who founded Wall Street Bets actually ended up getting kicked out later on.
I love Reddit.
Yeah.
I love Reddit, dude.
So dope. Yeah.
Reddit's so good.
But whatever. Apparently, he sold his story to him. Low six figures, it says. So
Nice.
that's not going to be the only thing that gets made from this. There's going to be other.
Oh, dude, there's gonna be some real shit.
There's going to be other projects that come into this
100%.
for sure.
The stock market has never been more popping than it is right now.
Now, I believe as of today, GameStop stock was
It's
like
hard to say, dude.
$52.
I think it's lower than that at this point.
So
I'll look right now.
it was like quite the wild ride. You know, if anyone cashed out at $438, God bless you.
But
right?
this is the
You
thing:
know?
is it's at $51 right now,
51, yeah.
and so like, it was at $4. So deep fucking value is still up over.
Yeah, he's still up.
He's still up a lot, like
For sure, he's
10x.
still up, yeah.
So he I hope just because he made this, like this whole gong show happened, I hope that he pulled at least some money
put
out of
20
it. dude.
mil out quickly.
I hope so, bro, because
For sure he did. He needs to buy those cat t-shirts, dog.
Yeah, dude.
That's a lot of headbands right there, son.
I know his mom was like having issues, and see, like this is the thing.
I don't know him like on a friend level like you
No,
do.
his like that's my boy, dude. We hang out. We look at cats.
If you
together.
come here in a headband and a cat t-shirt next week,
sir.
I'm going to fucking lose it.
But he was having like just issues, not at home, but like I know part of the reason why was like he was wanting to help pay for his mom's medical bills or something like that. But so I hope he pulled out some real money.
I'm sure he did. Guy's pretty fucking smart, man.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm sure he took out a nice chunk for the fam, and then the rest is letting it ride, you know?
Letting it ride, bro.
One last thing on Robinhood.
Yeah, go for it.
The story just came out. I just seen it the other day.
Yeah.
So a kid, we talked about how easy Robinhood makes you a trader, right?
Yep.
So that obviously has advantages and disadvantages. One of them maybe putting in the power in maybe someone too young to think they can trade, right? You know?
Mm-hmm.
This next story, a kid named Alex Kearns, he took his own life last June, mistakenly believing he had lost nearly $750,000 in a risky bet on Robinhood. So
Jesus Christ.
he started with just like money from grandma and grandpa, right?
Yeah.
Birthday gifts, all this shit, right?
Yeah.
Maybe $5,000 he started it. The dad said he didn't see any harm in doing it. Talked to him about responsible investing, right?
Yep.
Thought the kid had like limited exposure, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Parents didn't realize that Robinhood approved Alex to buy and sell options, which is like risky, with the potential for huge losses, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
It's called trading on margin. Basically, if you say you trade on a 10x margin, I only have to put $1 into my account, but I'm able to buy $10 worth of shares with that $1.
Oh, okay,
And
gotcha.
so I basically can 10x my money, but if I lose my money, I 10x my
your
loss.
losses.
Yeah, so it's really risky, right?
So this inexperience probably is what got him in trouble. So he checked his Robinhood account, and it reflected what appeared to be a negative balance of $730,000.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Later that night, 3:30 in the morning, company sends him an automated email demanding he take immediate action, requesting a payment of more than $170,000 in a few days. According to the family's attorneys, he may have not lost the money at all because the way the options were structured. So he thought he blew up his life and screwed up beyond repair, his dad said.
Yeah.
So one of the problems here was Robin had no customer service phone number. He emailed support 3 times, asking for help to understand what happened, if he could still offset the losses with another trade.
Yeah.
Right? He wrote, I was incorrectly assigned more money than I should have. My bought puts should have covered the puts I sold. Could someone please look into this?
Yeah.
Received the automated message saying, thanks for reaching out. We want to let you know we're working back. We'll get back to you. You know, response may be delayed. That's all they said. Assign him a case number. The dad, I guess, said it was like weighing on him, haunting him. He just wanted an answer, you know.
When you think you're down $750,000,
And being a kid,
yeah, dude,
you know what I
for
mean?
Sure.
So the day after, unfortunately, Alex took his own life.
Holy shit!
And here's the fucked up thing. The same day, Robinhood sent the automated email saying it's been resolved and he didn't owe any money.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So the email.
Holy shit.
The email reads, great news. We're reaching out to you to confirm that you met your margin call and we lifted your trade restrictions. If you have any questions about your margin call, please feel free to reach out. We're happy to help.
Jesus.
Unfortunately, it was too late. So the parents obviously are suing.
Of course.
I don't know how it's going to go.
That's a wild story.
It's fucked up.
Holy
Yeah.
shit, dude. That's crazy.
So the parents decided to sue the other day. That's why it was like so new. But it's like I said, it has its advantages and disadvantages. You know what I'm saying?
Wild.
Like,
Holy shit.
anyone can have that power, but if you don't really know, could fuck you up. So yeah, man, it's fucked up. It's super risky on many levels.
Yeah, 100%
you know?
it is. If you don't, like, if you're not like you said earlier, if you're not willing to lose everything you've put in, you shouldn't do it.
Yeah. You have to willingly be like, it's like you're setting the money on fire. That's literally what you're doing. You have to be okay with that.
Yeah, 100% you do.
So, yeah, super sad, man.
That's fucked up. That's a crazy story.
Yeah, it is super crazy.
That's like something out of a book or a movie, dude. That's wild.
Yeah, man. It's fucked up. It's pretty sad.
You know, like the end of it's really like a scene in the movie, like.
I'm sure this will be in the movie.
Dark Mirror, Black Mirror. It does shit like this all the time, where like somebody thinks something's super wrong, yada yada. They off themselves, or you have to kill somebody because of it, and then a message. Just the last scene of the fucking episode is like a message pops up. Oh
Well,
no, that's okay.
You got to think too.
That's
Being a young kid,
crazy.
you don't think you can go to your parents, right? You're super scared to tell your parents.
Can you imagine?
Right? Like-
Thinking, Mom, I'm $750,000 in debt.
So, yeah, man.
Jesus.
You got anything you want to add or talk about?
It's hard to segue from that, brother. It's a hard segue.
Yeah, I lobbed you a dead kid there.
Yeah,
fucking
maybe-
said you up next, son.
I wanted to talk about Jeff Bezos stepping down from Amazon, but we can talk about that next week. Let's end on the
dead guy.
on the
All
dead
right.
kid. Yeah, unfortunately. Shitty way to look. This is highly unlikely, baby. You don't know what's gonna happen. For those who don't know, we do 2 episodes a week, one Wednesday, one Friday. Give us a follow, highly unlikely pod on everything. We're gonna leave you with the unfortunate news, but yeah, fuck the system, fuck Wall Street. Send on that.
Got you one time.
Yes, sir. See you guys later.
Peace.